Hello everyone. How are you? Hope all is well. Remember, this is the silly season, the weekend before the weekend of the Christmas celebration. So remember, the crooks are out, and these criminals are very creative and are not taking any time off. So be very aware of your surroundings and who is around you. So guys, I see where big shot lawyer, King's Counsel, veteran attorney Peter Champagny, yes, the same one. I look at him as one of them lawyers where if you not have your money machine counting your money, don't call him, because just saying hello to him is the price of a piece of land. Just for emphasis. Anyway, I see him eating out on top money earners who shun doing jury duties and would love to see laws in place to hit them where it hurts by charging them big bucks for excuses not to be able to do jury duties. While I understand where I'm coming from, but can't agree with him 100%, as if the laws are changed to do that, is only the poorer class of people going to feel it, Is them going to feel it the most, because if the laws could be discriminating, it would say all the business owners and big executives of top companies and CEO, we charge them X money, but the regular people of society who only trying to survive, you charge them X. But unfortunately, the law can't set up like that. So the people that will feel it the most is the regular people. So you better scrap that idea. Not only that, these big wills will employ him, Mr. Champagne, same one, to help get them out of both pain and attending, as they will have all the top class executive reasons and how they will not be available, and will all produce documents to prove it, whether it is true or false, and will walk away like the generals they are. Poor people can't do that. They will just get stuck with the charges. So check this. On the heels of recent indications by head of the Judiciary Chief Justice Brian Sykes that high income earners continue to find creative ways of ducking out of jury duties, a call is being made from the defense bar for the prosecution of such persons and an increase in the existing penalties. Making the pitch in a letter to the editor on Monday, veteran defense bar attorney Peter Champagny, King's Counsel, in denouncing the practice, said beyond seeking to increase the daily stipend that a juror gets for jury duty, the prosecutorial arms of the state needs to book the ones who are trying to avoid doing jury duties among us and who are failing the call for jury duty. The penalties for failing to attend for jury duty should not be minuscule as they are now. The penalties must have meaningful punitive effects on the pockets of such individuals who shrink their responsibilities, Champagny declared. Jury trials resume in April 2022 after being suspended from March 2020 when Jamaica recorded its first case of the novel coronavirus. Jurors are chosen from all parishes, and the number selected varies depending largely on the case count before the circuit court. Jurors are not summoned for specific cases, but are called for a particular period and placed in a pool from which they are then empaneled for different cases. After orientation, the Jury Duties Act stipulates who qualifies to serve. Any Jamaican living in the country between the ages of 18 and 69 and who has a tax registration number TRN or who is registered to vote can be selected for jury duty. The Court Administration Division CAD is responsible for issuing summonses to people for jury duty. Summonses are issued to the police for distribution to selected citizens who are expected to report to the court specified on the date stipulated. Failing to turn up for jury duty when summoned can result in a fine not exceeding $10,000. According to the attorney, the unwillingness of some members of our society to serve as jurors when called upon has also emerged as a factor like to impede any time delivery of justice. In declaring that it is a necessity for the public's contribution to go beyond the often vile comments made on social media platforms when a judge ruling does not accord with their own alternative set of facts, the attorney said it is shameful, preposterous that invariably only members of our working class seems interested to serve as jurors. To a large extent, those who can afford to and are members of our articulate minority find every excuse not to carry out this most important civic duty. They nevertheless have the most to say about our system of justice, Champagny said. He further stated, unless and until we abandon our emotional and knee-jerk reactions to treating with our crime problems, we will continue to endanger the gains made within our justice system. Sustained gains will only be preserved when those of us unaffected have the same passion for justice as those who are directly affected by it, he said further. Another thing, I remember when growing up, I grew up in a family of JPs. I don't know why, but almost everybody was JP. And I was nurtured to understand that at certain time you will be called to be on a panel of jurors, and it is your civic duty to do so. That was a totally different climate, time, and place. As right now, the state of Jamaica, right now, it would be kind of unfair for the regular man with measly income to get called for jury duties, as he's going to have to miss days off work he may never get paid for. He has to spend his own money to get to and from court, and remember, he may have to take a taxi to reach on time. He has to buy lunch, and God alone knows how long the case is going to last. And the measly money they give you to contribute to your time given can't even pay a taxi for you to get to and from. Don't even talk about buying lunch. But yet still, you are going to be in court with lawyers who makes millions from a case, judges who makes millions for their pay, and you just mangily there. Also a very important factor to the court proceedings, grabbing at scraps. As there is no one else in the courtroom is there based on no civic duty. They're all there to collect their big money. So it would be only poor people must do charity and civic duty. Look at the politicians. They are not even there to do any civic duty. They make sure they triple their pays. It's about how it benefits them. I don't hear anyone telling them about civic duty. But you know what? No one counts the regular people, the rude people that makes the country turn out of nothing. Them is the only one looked at as not to want anything. Anytime a regular man can go to jury duty and the pay per day makes sense, you don't have to call people to do jury duty. People will line up to want to do jury duties. You would have to be sending people away. You need to show the people of Jamaica more respect. I heard an allegation some time ago where people leaving jury duties on cases and have to walk to the same bus stop the family of the people just sentenced, and the attitude and bad looks they get and how they feared for their lives after the case proceedings. How about a bus go pick up jurors and drop them off after the case? Maybe based on where some people live, you could have them come to a regional area, but not walking out the courthouse, going to bus stop and taking taxis. Make a bus can bus them at least to regional area where they can get to them yard if you can't drop them off at them gate. That should be some of the things that are considered. Worse the way how Jamaica broke out in a crime and violence now. People is so scared to risk them lives. And you may not know what anyone is thinking and what can happen. Show some care and some caution for jurors as well. The government have money to do so. I not ask Christ. Because politicians find money to do things when they want to. Take Jamaican people for fool. Chief Justice Sykes speaking at Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce and Industries annual award banquet at Montego Bay Conventional Center at the beginning of this month said due to the refusal of persons from certain employment categories to take up jury duties, the burden falls disproportionately on the lower income earners. In fact, Western Jamaica, one of the most intriguing things, when it comes to jury service, you can't find people from the hotel industry, and there are so many hotels from Trelawney. They can't find people in the financial sector. They can't find managers, whether junior or senior, to serve as jurors, he said. The only persons we find, and I'm not saying anything is wrong with them, but they turn up, are fishermen, domestic helpers, practical nurses, and so on, the Chief Justice said, while adding that those who are reluctant to serve often submit letters from their employers. So when the police happen to find someone from middle management, from the hotel, financial sector, and other sectors to serve, you know what happens? A letter comes in to say, Mr. John Brown is desirous of serving and he takes his civic responsibility very seriously. However, our company is engaged in whatever the critical exercise is, and so he won't be available, Justice Sykes explained. He also noted that the period of unavailability often coincides with the entire duration of the circuit court. Justice Sykes further said to the gathering of business interests that offering to be available for a jury is among the things that we need to do to fix the question of crime, not just in Montego Bay, but all over the society. Yes, what Judge Sykes saying is true. That is why they are to treat the poorer class that turn up for their duties much better, compensate them more than the measly sum they get, and find ways to deal with the CEOs and executives who shun their duties. Because no matter what is being said, those big top shot people are going to still get around it. Because at the end of the day, these are people that they need to contribute to them charities and them charity events and all that. So them always going to get away anyway. So all the talk about them not doing their part just sounds good on paper. Nothing is not going to be done about them. However, in January this year, the country's chief prosecutor, Paula Llewellyn, King's Counsel, in responding to sentiments during a Rotary Club of Kingston meeting, said the pittance $2,000 per day paid to jurors could be the reason individuals have shunned the summons, while noting that public perception about the issue is skewed. It should be noted that jury duty is not an opportunity for individuals to earn a living. It's a part of their civic duty, the DPP said, while noting that the recommendations for the increase in jury allowances is the purview of the Court Administration Division, CAD. However, in March this year, Director of the Court Administration Division, CAD, Tricia Cameron Anglin, said that an increase is in the making for the stipend paid to jurors. She also noted that $2,000 per day stipend currently given to jurors is really low, noting that at times court workers have had to reach into their pockets to subsidize jurors. The stipend for jurors has not been increased for almost 10 years. Last April reports from the CAD indicated low juror turnouts specifically in the parishes of Kingston, St. Andrew, St. James, Clarendon, and St. Catherine. I would like for these people to come down to earth and be realistic. Nobody in Jamaica can afford to just go do civic duty without how it is going to benefit them, because the times are hard. People basically trying to survive. You can't go sit down on jury duty with hungry belly. Lose days off your work while the bills them is not taking no day off. The jurors have to be realistically compensated, so at least it makes some kind of difference, and it must make sense. Because all you all talking about civic duty, come mountain time, you're not saying, oh, I did civic duty, everything good. You're going to check on a bank account if you pay in there. Because civic duty ain't putting no food on the stove and ain't putting no food in the belly. And that is the facts. Anyway, guys, please comment your opinion, what you think. Remember, we don't have to agree on the same thing, but your comment is respected and it's a view I could look at. Just be respectful in the comment section. Anyway, guys, please remember to stay safe, we're in the crazy season. Anyway, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.